Oh my goodness, I'm Maxwell Garcia. Today is March 18th. It is 2020 in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic. I got some grocery list things to do. I got an iPad and I'm cooking some oatmeal. Good breakfast vegan meal. But before I talk about what I want to talk about today, and that's talking about the Bad Batch Star Wars The Clone Wars arc, I got to go to virtual school. So today I have calculus with Lorenzo for first period. I had that class every single day. And then for second, I have robotics. I really don't know what I'm going to do. For fourth, I have weight training. For that one, I really don't know what I'm going to do. And then for PBS, I still don't know what I'm going to do for that one, but she's probably going to assign some nuanced assignments. Woo woo! Day 2. Get on Discord, boys!
Handoff, and then the two other Cardinals who are currently in the backfield are going to run out to block those two Cleveland Browns players right
We don't do the same drugs no more. We don't do the same drugs. Do the same drugs no more.
Outdated, but still a very interesting question. Alright, let's go.
Would you rather have
Zoom on Wednesday.
Do the same drugs no more. We don't do
I got my
the
AirPod
same
on,
drugs.
ready to
Do
go.
the same drugs no more. When did you change? When do you've aged? I thought you never grow up. I thought you never. Window closed. Wendy got old. I was too late. A shadow of what I once was. 'Cause we don't do the same drugs no more. We don't do the same drugs. Do the same drugs no more. She don't laugh the same way no more. We don't do the same drugs. Do the same drugs no more. Where did you go? Why would you stay? You must have lost your marbles. You always were so forgetful.
And for fourth period, we didn't do a single thing. So for weight training, all we're doing is just like a little calorie count during spring break, and then we're just going to turn that in the week we come back for the fourth quarter. So no virtual workouts just yet. Here's sixth period. Yay! AP classroom. Yippee! Google Classroom. And that wraps up day 2 on Zoom. My A days are so much easier than my B days. I actually have to do some homework right now. I guess Call of Duty Warzone is the next big thing right now in gaming. It's like Battle Royale above Call of Duty. That's still Rainbow. I want to see Warzone. Is that an iPhone X? Huh? Is that an iPhone X that you pulled up? This? So now it is determined that virtual is just an easy cakewalk. But the reason that we are in virtual is because of COVID-19. So I think I should give you an update on what COVID-19 is doing globally. And right now the cases are sitting at around 215,000. But there is a complete under testing going on in the USA. So that number could be slightly higher, but the deaths are sitting below 10,000. So coronavirus isn't really that much of a worry, especially to the magnitude of the 1918 Spanish flu. But right now, let's talk about the first 4 episodes released weekly on Disney Plus for Season 7 of Star Wars The Clone Wars. And this 4-episode arc was surrounding the Bad Batch. I kind of hope I see the Bad Batch again. If not, I guess they kind of got their ending, but not really. I really hope I see them during Order 66, which is also supposed to happen later in Season 7. But with these first 4 episodes, we didn't even catch a glimpse of what this person right here is doing during that time, Ahsoka Tano, which has me with the nightmares again on how Ahsoka isn't even in season 6. So has yet to be in season 6 or 7. But don't worry, the next arc is going to include Ahsoka. I think it's going to be a spotlight on Ahsoka, of Ahsoka walking around or walkabout, or the undergrounds with Ahsoka, something like that. That's the next arc. But we're talking about the Bad Batch, and by far the 2 best episodes of this arc for me is the first episode and then the last episode. So the first episode introduces the Bad Batch, which is called the Special Clone Force 99, which is quote-unquote a nice touch, which is indeed. So the Bad Batch is fun. You got these characters who, instead of having defects, they have the opposite of that. They have these advantages, such as Wrecker, who's kind of like the Hulk. You have Tech, who's super good with technology. You have Hunter, who has extra sensing abilities. You got Sharpshooter, who's really good at shooting. So you got all these characters who have special unique traits, and they work together and they do it for the thrill. But at the end of episode 1, we realize that Rex's old friend Echo, who was supposed to be dead at the Citadel, is actually alive. So then the second episode is the Clone Force 99 and Anakin Skywalker going to save Echo. Echo has been plugged into an algorithm, and they've been using his brain to support separatist strategies. And we've kind of seen episode 2 and 3 play out before. Episode 2 is just a one-on-one rescue. Then 3 is how like a third party who has not taken a side to either the Separatists or the Republic, that they have to take a side. We've seen that many times in the Clone Wars, so it's not something that we haven't seen before. But I do have to say, within this arc, there were some nice Anakin Skywalker moments.
I'll go first.
I love you, Annie.
I love you too. Dooku would kill me. And you think I won't?
So we get to see how Obi-Wan Kenobi knew about Padme's and Anakin's relationship, but they just never confronted each other about it, just keeping that conflict and that hot topic introverted into themselves. Not the best. And then we see how Anakin threatens Admiral Trench and then eventually kills him. But that's kind of justified since he saved a lot of people on the Republic side and possibly kept them in the war for a little bit longer. Overall, I like the arc, and then since Echo was kind of abused by the Separatists or by the Techno Union, then he, at the end of this 4-episode arc, he joins Clone Force 99 with the Bad Batch. He's their 5th person, and I kind of like this ending better than the real ending. And what the reels are was like rough animations released like 5 or 6 years ago that was going to be season 7 of the Clone Wars, until now when they're actually making the finished episodes. And in the former reel ending of the Bad Batch arc, it was just all them celebrating with medals, the Bad Batch and Echo. But now with Echo joining the Bad Batch, that opens things up for the future. We'll see what happens when they execute Order 66. This arc, it's alright. I mean, it's nice to see the Bad Batch, but if we don't get to see them again with Echo, then it just doesn't really pay off. This doesn't really involve any other characters. Sure, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. Sure, we have Master Windu, but they're just in there for some slight moments. You don't really have this epic lightsaber battle or this plot that we haven't seen before, since we all saw it in the reels. So I'm very excited for the rest of Season 7. It's only 12 episodes. I wish it was more, because they could easily make this more, because supposedly there's like a Kyber Crystal reel that I've yet to see that they could have made into another arc in Season 7, but they chose to only keep it to a maximum of 12 episodes. I'm not complaining, but hey, at least we have something, right? Alright, that's my opinion on the Bad Batch arc in the Clone Wars. So far, so good, and I almost forgot to mention, the Clone Wars Season 7 looks so good. The animation and the crispness of all the characters and all the scenes and all the effects look so good in 2020. It's like the perfect 4K. I love it. I love to see it. Alright, now we're going to go to the grocery store in the midst of this coronavirus pandemic. which isn't too much of a big scale, but still, there's some fear in people. Hey, we are coronavirus shopping. Let's go, COVID-19 pandemic. There's still an abundant supply of chips. Even these bad boys over here at Takis. This is what I have to get for the rest of my family who's not vegan. There's no eggs.
There's no way.
We still got some almond milk.
Don't wait up. I was too late. A shadow of what I once was. 'Cause we don't do what we say we're gonna. You were always perfect, and I was only practice. Don't you miss the days, stranger? Don't you miss the days? Don't you miss the danger? We don't do the same drugs no more. We don't do the same drugs. Do the same drugs no more. We don't do the same drugs.
We got pretty much everything we wanted except for eggs, because they didn't have any eggs, but they had a ton of meat. They still had oatmeal, rice. They had a shortage on bread, but they still had bread. They don't have any toilet paper or paper towels because I guess people want to wipe their butt a lot during this pandemic. Anyways, the outside world isn't too chaotic. I mean, there are some people with masks, some people with gloves, but I'm not too fearful of the coronavirus since I don't have any relatives in Miami that are like over the age of 60. My parents are both around 50 years old.
Do the same drugs no more.